Hello, everybody. It is Saturday, and Saturday means that we have a game. A game of Wrath of the Minotaur. Yeah, we're on week 5 now, so we're getting deep into this. Knuckle deep. We're not elbow deep just yet, but we're knuckle deep.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's it. So joining me this week, as always, we have Jacob, who will be playing Ingolod. Hello.
Hello.
We have Luke, who will be playing Alistair. Hello.
Hello.
And we have myself, but you all know me. I'll be playing Walzer, so don't worry about that. As always, we will have Graham playing our lovely DM. Hopefully he won't kill us this week, because apparently, we won't be in combat, but apparently I'm pretty bad at not being in combat. So we'll see what happens with my character. He'll probably kick it all.
You can have some internal conflict going on. How about that?
I'm fighting my inner monsters. 20,000 XP. No, alright, so I think, if I remember correctly, at the end of the last session, we had just killed a big bad wyvern. Big, old, sort of old school wyvern who had one eye. We managed to beat him using the power of the townies to our advantage.
Power of friendship.
Power of friendship and love.
And bloodlust.
We also discovered that baby wyverns are born from eyeballs. Which, you know what, I was super happy about, because me crushing that orb was the right thing to do. Being the great person that Alistair is, he took the eye and he hid it deep within the church of the town. It's definitely not going to be a Tristram. Definitely not going to be a Tristram.
Oh yeah.
Destroyed it.
I'm just really hoping that all those people have heard the Pandora's box myth. Oh man, they better learn from that shit.
And then we decided, without the help of old John, that we would climb back up the mountain and investigate what we only could assume would be the temple or the burial grounds of the Minotaur mage, I believe, was what we ended up going with.
If you recall, at the very end there, it began to snow.
That's right, yes. We did manage to equip ourselves with some warmer clothing.
Yeah, so you're fine about that.
Yeah. And yeah, Graham, was there anything I missed at all?
No, but I'm gonna roll us back just maybe an hour.
Okay, sure, go for it.
So the last thing you guys did say was that you're gonna head up the mountain. That's fine. But before that happens, old John's gonna come talk to you. Okay, so I imagine you guys are all in a group, kind of getting ready, getting your warm clothes up together, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And doing all that you need to do. And so old John will find you. He's got his arm in a sling, if you recall. He's it's just kind of it's sore. It's fairly healed. It's pretty good. But he's gonna say he kind of knows that you're gonna go back up the mountain. So he comes to you and he says, Alistair.
Yes, old John.
He says this snow here. We need y'all's help to do the harvest. The crops are going to die out there. You can't go up. You can't go back up the mountain now.
Well, we've got to find out why it's snowing. Like if we just fight the symptom of this thing, we can keep going and it'll keep snowing and everyone will die anyway. If we can go up there and find what's causing the snow and stop it, at least everyone here might have a chance.
What makes you think something's causing it? This Mother Nature.
Well, consider how quickly it came upon. I know winter's coming, but this has been very, very rapid. A lot more than we've seen.
Yes, I know. He says, what makes you think that something up there is going to stop it, or is even causing it? Do you have any? Is your magical, mumbo jumbo telling you something?
Well, initially when I cast a spell to see the weather up on top of the church, nothing happened. But I guess I would just call it more intuition, really. going against what I've been taught. But I just have a feeling that it is somehow connected.
Okay, so this is something you guys would know, is that so Forrest Sink and the Vegetable Men, who circulate around the Vale and buy Wyvern Falls crops and distribute it amongst the other towns, they do that. So Old John tells you, he says, just wait one more day. Forrest Sink and the Vegetable Men will be here tomorrow, and we'll take some of those guys to help us with the harvest. But just one more day. Just help us with the lettuce.
I'm inclined to help. Yeah, as much as I'd like to go out here at this, he makes a good argument. All right, at least I'll help you, Old John, and I'll kind of turn around to see Walzer and Engelard. I'm like, well, guys, do you want to wait one day?
I am not much of a farmer.
Neither.
Can you pick things up off the ground?
Well, you're a lifter, so you'll be fine.
Oh, and do you suppose I'm here to help with the harvest? I sort of shoulder my lucerne as I say that.
What's that?
At the end,
I'm not here to help with the harvest. I
thought you were here to help the Vale.
yes, no, we're here to help the villagers. It may be from a wyvern, it may be from the Minotaur mage. At the end of the day, we're getting paid to help the villagers. And if bringing in their harvest is something that we need to do, then I guess that's part of the job description.
I'm mostly here to get money for my family, so if helping the villagers will get me the money, I guess I'll help.
Well, if anything, Thistleburrows might feel inclined to give us a bonus if we help.
I sort of sigh, and I'm like, this isn't the great adventure I'd planned. I throw my stuff on the ground and crack my neck, and I'm like, all right, show me these damn lettuce.
All right, so you guys spend the rest of the day harvesting lettuce and other cruciferous greens. Yeah, he's gonna.
I'll be sulking the whole time.
I'll call during the middle of the day. I'm like, just think about it. We can make sure we'll have a feast when we get back.
Of lettuce? Yeah.
Yeah.
I can think of it now. Lettuce stew with a side of lettuce covered in lettuce sauce.
Don't forget the beets.
Yeah. Good for your colon.
Yeah.
So you harvest the cabbage, or not cabbage, lettuce rather, cabbage too, I guess. And a lot of it, for every head that you pick, you have to throw 2 away.
Damn.
Because of the what?
Just
The ice
because
burn?
just because of the weather. By the time it reaches midday, it only gets up to about 30 degrees as we know it.
Fahrenheit, I assume.
So it is.
I'm just like, oh.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah.
2 Australians in the cold here, and they're
that's below freezing. It stays below freezing. You guys all the farmers are bundled up in whatever they could find, because a lot of them don't keep, cold weather gear during this time. They'll buy it when it comes around, or keep blankets, or normally stay indoors during the winter, because that's what you would do. So you go to sleep. You wake up the next day, and when you go outside, you are greeted with a sheet of snow about that thick that is beginning to pile up, and it's snowing harder than it was. The wind is blowing the snowflakes just almost diagonally across your path.
Well, I'm glad we waited a day.
Blowing.
Yeah, it's like I'm glad we waited a day for a few measly lettuce. Now this travel's gonna be intolerable.
So, such is life.
Engelard just sighs a lot. He's just like,
Sorry, I was trying to come up with something. I was trying to come up with something. I'm tired here, yo.
I sigh with you, man. I'm just like, God damn it.
I'm feeling pretty good because
All right.
I've helped out my family and all the village again, so I'm just like, I don't really give a shit.
Yeah. So then on the next day, you guys wait till about mid-morning, and that's when the food caravan arrives.
Okay.
they report that it's snowing down south as well, and it's not just localized.
Interesting.
Massive.
Okay, so
Not really, but...
it's not just here, and they come up. So the Forest Inc. and the Vegetable Mint consists of 20 food caravans, 20 wagons, twice as many horses, and 8 guards per caravan. Okay, so that's about 200 people
That's
that
a lot
travel
of
the
people
Vale.
for food.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where a lot of the military strength comes from. A lot of those people are sell swords, and that's where a lot of people that become guards kind of test their mettle. So it's a lot of green boys and otherwise untested youths with weapons and whatnot. And so they come around, and you see people. At least Alistair and Engelard see people they probably haven't seen before. Wood elves and even a few wood elves and even a few half elves. Walzer being from Big Cove, which is kind of the melting pot of the Vale. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah. So is there any like traveling merchants at all with them?
Well,
Luke, we lost your camera there, man.
Oh, that was weird.
Yeah.
All right.
As you were saying, Graham?
Well, so typically, I've got like a list here of the different wagons. So we've got, there's the bread wagon, pastries and cakes wagon, meals and grains, cheese, pork, beef, the pickler, the beer seller, dairy maid, wine seller, fishmonger, chicken butcher, egg seller, huntsman. Now the huntsman, fruit seller, oil merchant, where you probably go for provisions and supplies, vegetable seller, sausage maker, spice merchant, and lamb butcher.
Okay, the oil merchant.
Yeah.
Does he sell any like?
She.
Sorry, my bad. Sorry, I didn't see you there. Does she sell any like? I don't know what you'd call it, like oil for like shaping leather.
Certainly, of course, that's what she's in the market for.
Well, say I wanted to like mold some leather, or increase the quality of some leather at some point.
Okay.
Would you have any oils appropriate for something like that?
Like, are you talking about improving leather?
Yeah, well, maybe like taking some old dry leather, for example, and improving the quality of it. Bringing some life back into it.
Perhaps, yeah. About 5 copper for a vial for like a breastplate.
Okay. And now, Graham, out of game terms, is there a way that I can improve the quality of my leather by maintaining it in such a way?
It's possible, yes, but you'd probably need some leather working tools or like some kind of armor smithing materials or place of operations.
Okay. Actually, guys, I think we might need to change host of this call.
Yeah.
Because I've got a lot of people in my house right now using the internet, so we'll be back in about 2 minutes, guys. We're just gonna change over the call settings, and then we'll be back.
Yep.
Alrighty. Now that we're back from break, we can get this party started again.
So, are you taking such oil?
I don't think I'll take it right now, but
Yeah.
Does she have any sort of weapon oil for maintaining weapons?
Certainly.
All right. Can I take a vial of that if it's not too expensive?
No. This kind of oil, she's got barrels and barrels.
Okay.
So
I'll just take a vial of it, maybe enough for like just maintaining it in the cold or something like that.
Yeah. So it's about 3 copper.
Yeah.
3
Okay.
copper.
I'll grab like a vial of that then.
I imagine I need that as well. Maybe.
Okay. You can have some too. Yeah, 3 copper, sure.
Is that like wood oil? Like, how does that work? Like if you want to maintain like the elasticity of wood.
Talking about like a wood stain.
Yeah. Like how do you normally do that?
You can use some wood oil. Yeah, I mean there's different oils for that. Yeah, she's got that too. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to do whatever I need to maintain my crossbow, make sure it doesn't get completely fucked up.
How much copper did you say? 2 or 3?
3.
3. Okay.
I'm seeing my quality dip now.
Yeah. That's all right. It's fine. As long as you guys can hear us, I think that's all that matters. I mean, this is going to be a temporary thing for now, so I can get back to wasting later. Okay, cool. Well, yeah.
And you guys all your hair is blowing off to one side, and all of your clothing is kind of all to the left or to the right rather.
Yeah. At the
I'm holding on to my leather brimmed hat like crazy, not losing that thing.
I like turned to Alice and was like, well, maybe she'll sell you a drawstring or something.
No, it's good. I'll I can just put it on my head and just really knuckle it down.
Some wood glue or something like that. Like, okay, so yeah, I guess we'll make our way up there now. Obviously, I'll have my warm clothing on, my traveling cloak.
Yep.
Sort of keep the wind off my back for the most part.
Just before we would have gone up, I might have traded some of the foodstuffs that I got from my family for like some other little things as well.
Curious, Graham, would they be willing to purchase my full plate gauntlets?
Nobody here for that. No, really not.
Okay, all right. Not even some of the cell swords.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, how much are you willing to take for them?
It is full plate and it is well maintained. So
someone will pay you 5 gold for it.
Yeah, all right. I'll take 5 gold. That's reasonable, I think. Yeah. I'm not into. Maybe it can be like a roll or something for armor smithing, to know the price of what something like this would be worth. But
yeah.
So what? Just roll armor smithing, and if I get under.
Roll armor smithing.
There we go. Passed. Is that a decent cost?
I'm looking. Well, it's like a person who actually knows the value, you probably get some more.
Okay. I try and...
These guys don't have that much gold on them.
Sure, yeah. And it's like, well, how about you got any supplies maybe you can throw in to make the deal a little sweeter, because you are getting a pretty good deal here, buddy. How about you trade me the leather gloves you got on right now?
All right, yeah, no problem.
Cool. Well, I trade him. I get the 5 gold and his leather gloves, and he gets the gauntlets then.
These magnificently full plate gauntlets.
Yeah. It's like the thing that I'm starting to realize is that you lose a lot by being really slow in combat.
Yeah.
And Walzer, while he started off wanting full plate, he realized how much it is actually a pain in the ass to like wear the gauntlets as they are. And he can only imagine what it would be like to don a full suit of that particular type of armor.
Mm-hmm.
So he's probably going to start swinging towards making something that's a little more accessible for him, both for travel-wise and for other reasons. So basically he wants, so the gauntlets are going to work out if he trades them, plus he could use the money. So what is the leather gloves? Does they do anything for me at all?
No, they count basically as they're a soft leather, so they're not like armor or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But they'll keep your hands warm.
Right, that's reasonable then. Okay, so I'm gonna retract some weight from me.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, continue on. I'll just do character stuff while you guys do that.
You guys continue up the mountain now?
Yep.
Yeah.
These guys will be here through the day and through tomorrow as well.
Okay. What's the weight of the leather?
Leather gloves, half.
Half? Okay.
Yeah.
And the quality?
Good.
Gotcha. Alright. Fantastic.
So you guys begin to make your way up the mountain in the cold snow that's blowing, and now at this point into your face as you make your way up in that direction.
I'll put on my hood, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and this there and now that you're moving against the wind, it takes you the 4 hours to make your way up the mountain and past the clearing and over the river and up the rock slide up into the cave, which described earlier as a roughly circular kind of cave with a lot of robed skeletons, half of which have red robes, half of which have black robes. There's a hole in the middle that's square and a square pillar with a holder on top, and the orb has rolled off into the corner that's broken down the middle. Broken down the middle.
So I'm going to grab some of the cloaks there. Are they like... Would you say that these would be able to be burnt easily enough for like tinder or something like that? I'm just gonna... Yep, I'm gonna grab a bunch of that stuff. I'm gonna rip it up into like almost bandages if necessary, but for the most part they're gonna be used for
strips
for burning things or for fuel.
Okay. So how many pounds of bandages do you want, or cloth strips?
Not an excessive amount. Maybe enough for like 1 or 2 fires.
It's not necessarily cloth. It's more like a velour.
God, would that burn?
Yeah, we'll say it'll burn.
Okay, all right.
Especially if you douse it in oil. Yeah.
Sure. All right. I'll grab like a few strips, just a few. Nothing excessive.
Okay.
All right.
All right, and
I guess I'll grab the.
You guys are very thankful to get out of the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all of your face is just like beat red.
Just probably gonna sit somewhere. Just sit somewhere for a minute or two.
Yeah.
Thankful, the fucking cold as shit wind.
Yeah. Take a rest.
Yeah. I'll move over and start inspecting the broken orb and see if I can put it back into the holder.
Okay. Well, so you now remember the pedestal took 2 people to move in the first place.
Wait, so the pedestal's
the pedestal's
fallen
fallen
out again?
has it?
The pedestal, whenever the door closed originally, the pedestal forced its way out and fell over to the side, and the orb rolled.
Okay.
Interesting. All right.
That's
Well, I'll give Alistair a hand help pushing this up, I guess.
Yeah, pushing the pedestal back into the hole in the floor. Okay, good.
I sort of cringe as I look at the hole. I'm like,
You still see the scorch marks on the roof where the hole exploded around you.
I scratch into the floor like Walzer was ear. Like in my scorch marks. No, I won't do that. Anyway.
All right. Well, I'll kind of grab the orb and I was just like, oh, do you guys want to? Oh, well, guess I'll keep going then. And so I'll put the broken orb pieces into the holder, just put them together and then set them in.
Okay. So you put them in. The pedestal with the added weight of the orb sinks into the floor, and the stone slab door that's in the back part of the cave, you see a slit open in the wall, and then kind of falls open a little bit.
Okay. I'll go over and I'll pull it open.
Okay. You pull it open. There is a 10-foot-high doorway that leads to a dark set of stairs, and from the kind of it's cloudy outside, but there's still some light coming in. You can see the silver plaque that says number 496 underneath Alexis, the Minotaur Mage.
All right. So tell us when it gets to the point where we can't see anymore, and just before that happens, I will.
Oh, it's right here. You
Okay.
can't see any further. There's a stone step. There's a set of stone steps. You can't see the bottom.
All right. I'll pull out my my greaser Zippo, and then I'll and I'll light up the. I'll light up a cigar and I'll light up a torch at the same time. Or I'll light up the torch first and I'll light up the cigar off the torch. Anyway, no, don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm just making a joke. It's fine. It's fine. Sometimes I try too hard, Anyway, so I light up...
Alistair, what kind of spells did you take this morning?
Let's see.
So you have
I got
more now, right?
Yep, I got my new spells. I have I prepare Tense's Eye of the Tiger. Yeah,
What does
so I
that do?
prepared that this morning.
Oh, that's the night vision thing, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it allows me to imbue a creature with night vision. I also got Fire Burst, which is the ability to affect a non-magical normal fire and essentially make it explode. Um, and I'll prepare those. I'll prepare my cantrips and my detect magic.
Okay. Cool.
You can still take a magic missile or one double up on the same thing. Remember, you can take each one once.
Yep, yep. I'll probably double up on Tense's Eye of the Tiger because that could be very useful.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, what happens next?
Well, as I said, I crack a torch and then we head on down.
Okay. It blazes brightly. Who blazes the trail? Who goes first?
I will.
Yeah, I'll follow him right behind him.
All right, I'll take rear guard.
The steps run 20 feet down, ending in a stone landing. The pathway turns around and then descends an additional 20 feet. And then the steps end in a stone run of a hallway, 20 feet long, and ends in a 10-foot wide set of doors made of iron. The middle is fashioned to look like a Minotaur's head, with a ring in the center.
Now, I've seen this before.
Really?
There is dust in the air, spider webs are in the corners, very
Yeah.
dungeon. Yeah.
Me and my brother Oral, Jacob. I don't think you had the. Sorry, not Jacob. Engelard. I didn't think you had the pleasure of meeting him, because he was.
He's seen him in his right state though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or in his
Fugue state.
Yeah. We were tasked with exploring a abandoned tower. It led to a very similar door like this, and where we came up with the scrolls there, Alistair. Inside,
yes.
Inside, we managed to find what appeared to be a battle. It was very one-sided by the looks of things, so I guess we can assume the same thing happened here, huh? And then I'll pull on the door to the side with the Minotaur head attached to it. I guess I'll open that side.
Yeah, you grab the ring. That's the kind of nose ring.
Yep.
And pull it open. Yeah, it opens in two halves. Opens towards you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you can only tell by the light of your torch does not reach the other side of this very large chamber. What you can only determine is a large chamber by feel alone. From the doorway, you do see that in the center of this chamber, however big it may be, is a 30-foot tall granite blue plinth that is made to look like a quartz crystal sticking up in the center of it.
Can you explain to me what a plinth is?
It's a monument, a ziggurat, whatever you want to call it. It looks like a giant quartz crystal, but it's made of rock or granite, blue granite.
Okay. Is it illuminated?
Not at all.
Okay.
Just by the light of your torch.
And what is it sitting on?
It's coming straight out of the ground, stone.
Okay. Is it see-through?
All right.
It is not, but you to be able to get closer. You're still standing in the doorway, so if you get closer, you may know some more things about the room.
I want to whistle loudly into the room.
Yeah, the whistle kind of echoes off the chamber and comes back to you.
It's sort of like...
You imagine it's taller than it is wide.
Okay. I sort of raise my eyebrow at the other boys, and I'm like, oh. No time like the present, I guess. And I sort of step into the room, and I go straight over to the crystal, because it's the first thing that I spied.
Okay.
Is it see-through, now that I'm closer?
It is not. It is made of granite, so it is not
very, very solid rock.
Translucent at all, yes. When you get closer in, do you guys follow Engelard and Alistair?
Yes.
Yeah. I was watching Walter walk towards the middle. I just kind of stood in the doorway, just waiting to see something that might happen, considering my past experiences. But nothing happened, so I tentatively go into the middle. I'll
I see this,
also
and I
kind
turn
of-
around, and as Alistair walks in, I say, "Don't step on that tile!"
Oh,
I flinch and go back, and then I think to myself, just all right, and then gingerly step around where he's pointed.